Beyond anger upgrading tool. The virtue algorithm. Hello everyone and welcome to today's wisdom sharing. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you consider yourself a hardworking person? Perhaps you diligently recite sutras and meditate every day. Or you strive to be a good person in your daily life. But why are there still so many unavoidable pitfalls? Why is your wealth always unstable? Why can a single comment from someone else stir up a storm in your heart? Most importantly, why, after hearing so much wisdom, does it feel like true insight never takes root, forgotten as soon as it is heard, and lost as soon as it is seen? Part E, are you practicing? Or are you leaking? Today, we are going to deconstruct a powerful dialogue centered around the 10 wheels of the Great Extended Dharma Assembly Siddhagarbha Sutra and the Sutra on the Path of the 10 Virtuous Deeds. It reveals a truth that is both harsh and profoundly compassionate. If you haven't built the foundation of the 10 virtuous deeds, all your practice and effort is like pouring water into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. Today, we will dive deep into two major questions. Why is anger the greatest thief in your life? And why is there a direct causal link between refraining from stealing and the cultivation of Buddhist wisdom? Part R, anger the accelerator of bad luck in your life. The next part might make you break a sweat. The master quotes a stern passage from the Avadamsaka Sutra. I see no single phenomenon that is as great a fault as a bodhisattva harboring anger toward another bodhisattva. In the eyes of the Buddha, no mistake is more serious than anger. Why? Because the moment you lose your temper, a million doors of obstacles fly open instantly. The master explains the profound logic of energy conservation. The firewall for good fortune. When you give in to anger, all the merit and good fortune you've accumulated in the past instantly becomes blocked. Things you want to achieve won't happen, and the helpful people you need to meet won't appear. The green channel for misfortune simultaneously. Those dormant misfortunes, disasters, and obstacles receive a priority pass, rushing toward you without resistance. The disciple asks a crucial question: does this require a specific trigger or condition to bear fruit? Or will it definitely happen just because I got angry? The master's answer is direct. It will definitely happen. It is a law of nature. Fire meets dry wood. There is no possibility of it not burning. Anger is a destructive logic. When you hate someone, you are making the worst deal in the universe. Not only do you fail to receive any of the other person's good energy, but you also absolutely realize all of their negative energy and bad luck onto yourself. So many people ask, I find someone annoying just by looking at them. Does that count as anger? Yes, that subtle aversion and dislike are constantly draining your blessings. This is why many people feel that even though they haven't done anything evil, their lives are still full of obstacles. Some might think the sutra only applies to anger directed at bodhisattvas. But the master clarifies it applies to everyone. Bodhisattvas possess all that is good. By being angry at them, you destroy your own connection to that goodness. Ordinary beings also have their good points. By hating them, you lose the chance to share in those points. Meanwhile, their negative traits which you didn't have before will be transferred to your own account through the connection of hate. Part 7, awakening and compassion, the only path to extinguish the fire. Since anger is so harmful, how do we get rid of it? The master's answer is sharp. The antidote to anger is a heart of loving kindness. But the real key is awakening. You must analyze the cost of anger as if you were auditing a financial statement. When you truly see the price: losing all your luck, opening a million doors of obstacles, and zeroing out your spiritual merits, only then can true awakening rise, allowing loving kindness to dissolve the hate. Part C, wrong views and pure faith, breaking the prison of the mind. Next, the text turns to a deeper obstacle: wrong views. Wrong views mean not believing in cause and effect or truth. Stubbornly believing that the world is accidental, or that one can gain by harming others. The Buddha says sentient beings have powerful wrong views. Once stuck, they are incredibly stubborn. To break through, one must rely on cultivating pure faith. Our faith is often impure. We believe when we are happy and doubt when we aren't. We seek the Buddha when things go well and get angry when they don't. This high impurity faith cannot break the shell of wrong views. Where does pure faith come from? The master gives the first method: associating with virtuous friends, good teachers. Without a truly wise person, you won't even realize you have wrong views. You might even mistake stubbornness for personality. Only by observing and learning from the awakened can you grasp the supreme wisdom and catch the true priorities of life. Part 2, the enhanced version of the 10 virtuous deeds via charity. This is the highlight of the dialogue, the most practical guide to changing your destiny. In the sutra on the path of the 10 virtuous deeds, every virtue is followed by in practicing charity. For example, abstaining from killing and practicing charity, or abstaining from stealing and practicing charity. The disciple is puzzled. Isn't it enough just to not kill or steal? The master explains that merely avoiding evil isn't enough. Abstaining from killing at most gives you a long life. Abstaining from killing plus charity allows you to be forever wealthy, with property that cannot be seized, and safe from all malicious thieves. This leads to a shocking conclusion. Why have you practiced for a lifetime but built nothing? Take stealing, taking what is not given, as an example. If you have a habit of taking advantage of others, even if you stop stealing, but fail to do the reverse training of charity, you face a tragic consequence: inability to accumulate the treasury of Buddha Dharma. Listen to this carefully. You want to chant, but your mind wanders after minutes. You want to meditate, but you can't find peace. You want to study, but you forget everything. Why? Because you lack the causes and conditions. Your frequency of wanting to take cut off your connection to the high-frequency wisdom of the Buddha. To build even a tiny bit of capacity for meditation or precepts, you must use charity to open your heart. Charity isn't about giving money to the Buddha. It's about breaking your own stinginess to create physical space in your heart for wisdom. Part Rho, collective karma, the truth behind family misfortune. Finally, the master talks about family. Many complain about unfaithful partners or family members encountering bad people. We usually blame the other person, but the master says their family will be upright and harmonious. Mothers and wives will not be viewed with lustful eyes by others. This means if you stay away from sexual misconduct and practice charity, your family receives a protective energy field. The truth is, if you have the seed of misconduct in your heart, you will attract an environment where your family is plotted against. This is collective karma. If you don't have the cause of flirting or misconduct, it is impossible for your family to suffer the effect of being harassed or betrayed. Your family situation is the barometer of your practice of the 10 virtuous deeds. Part C, conclusion, starting now. Build your wheel of great power. To wrap up, we return to the core: repentance and construction. Many say, I have repented, I won't do evil anymore. The master reminds us repentance is just cleaning, it is not construction. You've washed the sand out of the bucket, but the bucket is still empty. You must actively build the wheel of great power through the 10 virtuous deeds, actively protecting life, practicing great charity, and praising others. Once this wheel turns, it destroys all evil realms and shatters all evil obstacles. You won't need to beg the Buddha for protection. Your own energy field will be so strong that no obstacle can come near you. Today's reflection. In the next 24 hours, when you feel annoyed just by looking at someone, can you realize that your million doors of obstacles are about to open? In that split second, can you generate a tiny bit of loving kindness to protect your own blessings? Please remember the master's words: ordinary people don't want to lose out, but end up losing big. Bodhisattvas appear to lose out, but actually gain the greatest advantage. Don't let your efforts go to waste. Don't let your blessings leak away. Thank you for listening to the sharing from the Buddha's Path Association of Australia. May we all extinguish the fire of anger, uproot the seeds of wrong views, and use the wheel of virtuous deeds to shatter all life's obstacles and establish a cycle of goodness. See you next time.